Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
52 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. It's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. And again, it's Chubb. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go up the middle with Chubb. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the second level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Here's Watson. His pass caught at the 4. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Running for it, here's Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. In motion left goes a tight end. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Play action. It's Jackson. Rolling to his right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That one goes for 36 yards.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 18. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
No, we changed it.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson now. This pass complete to Melton. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Jackson will throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Tucker's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw, Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Up the middle, it's Chubb. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. We also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They go play action with Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Nothing open downfield. He had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. Oh, Chubb fumbled it, and the Ravens have got it.
This is really, really difficult for teams to coach because you love the extra effort, right? When he break a couple of tackles, he was really trying to gain the extra yardage, but you also have to have an idea that people are going to come up behind you from the side, trying to take care of the ball while you're trying to get extra effort. Sometimes you have to know when to say when and maybe just go down.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Play action. Now Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Inside handoff, Henry. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Henry will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. first catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The Browns are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
96 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Running on first down with Gaskin.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Justin Matabike there to bring him down.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb,
his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are once again back in front.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. A
looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a first down.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. And he's got some space here. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout,
as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He's got a man, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. But Charles, we saw pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Complete. It's Henry. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
First down carry for Henry. The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From just shy of midfield, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And we'll see what he can do on the return. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And they will take over first and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They begin this drive with Chubb. And some room to maneuver. Running right through him. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 186 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good-sized run?
Well, they were in a cover 2 alignment, which means your 2 safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some room, a big gap between that second level and third, and that's what they were able to exploit.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Faking the give. Now Watson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So from the 36 now, first and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson going for the deep ball. And this one is incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. Second and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. They find some open field here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
3rd and long, it's Watson. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. From the 45 on 2nd down, Jackson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability, and that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Henry up the middle. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Ravens are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Justin Tucker in the kickoff for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Browns drive about to get started. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down. Here's Chubb again.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Kyle Hamilton picks it. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Browns 14. Justin Tucker in the kickoff for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Watson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On first down, they'll run with Chubb.
Tyson Anderson there to get him down defensively.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And some room to work. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
239 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Probably wishing that they could have had a few runs like that earlier in the game, now facing this deficit in the fourth.
Hard to criticize a run of that magnitude, but they really need those types of runs to go the distance and need bigger plays to try and get back into this one.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. This will be caught just inside the 10. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The offense on third down tonight, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
They'll go. It's Gaskin.
And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And this throw will be intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup.
And Chubb trying to middle here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. A shotgun snap for Watson. And it'll be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, and field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
20-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. To throw is Jackson. He's able to find Melton. And some space here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. He's got him in. Complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
I would say just add that one to the total of big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
Now this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Watson. Open man here. Schwartz complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On 2nd and very short, Watson. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. One last throw here for Watson. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Ravens, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.